will be very easy for you. Okay, you can do this RAML very easily, but first try by yourself. Okay, first face error, try to solve by yourself, and then next class I will share with you.
Ravi,
The problem is we don't have the documentations to follow along, so
No, no,
that's
I will commit this document and I will give you Git access by today.
okay.
Yeah. If I will give this RAML, you will like everyone will get lazy. They will follow my RAML and you can do everything. But I will suggest until unless you will not face problem, you will not learn. So okay. So first try to do by yourself. Definitely instead of this 2 hour, you will spend 12 hour. But spend 12 hour and learn, try to do by yourself.
okay. Ravi, why do you need to mention the protocol?
Okay. So here, whatever API we are going, so this RAML is we are designing for API. Okay. So my API will follow what all protocol. So here I am going to use HTTPS and HTTP. If you follow only HTTP, if your API will use only HTTP, then use HTTP. If you will follow both, then use both. If you follow only HTTPS, give HTTPS. Now what will happen? If you will, whatever you will define here, if you will pass some other protocol, it will give you a bad request.
Yeah, that's what my concern is. Let's when we integrate our API to other systems, or let's say other systems protocol is SSH or something else. So our API is not able to
We have only
interact.
protocol. HTTP has only two protocol. Sorry. Here for REST API, we have only two protocol. We don't have any other protocol.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So hope everyone clear with this gate one. Now I will go for post one. So what I will do to make it easy, I will copy everything from gate. And I will paste it here. And I will do required change. Okay, otherwise I need to write everything step by step, which will take lots of time. So next one we have post one. Okay, let me go through document. So this one is second one. Accessment method will be post. So on the same level of get, we have post. So this API will, what will be description? Submit. This API will submit accessment report to okay. So here also, if you remember, we have the same three header. Okay, I will not write it again since we have already here. And you can see here this line now, like how many lines of code we have. This is almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 12, around 13, 14 line of code. We are writing two times. First for get, second for post. Okay, so this is reusable component of my API. At this moment, I have written this 12 line in get also, in post also. But later on, we will see how we can optimize this. Okay. Now coming to another part of this. Here we don't have URI and query parameter, but we have body. Okay. So we have body here.
Ravi, one question, Ravi. For the same request, can we put the get and post two request types we need to pass? But I saw like there is a get type you already passed that, right? So the below one is a post. So
Yes.
so the actual the hitting the URL slash assessment is the action, right? For that, so get in the sense we are just trying to get the data by passing the request. So here, when post request also it comes under slash assessment.
Yes. So if you see here, This is the resource. This resource contain two methods. So here also for accessment, this is the resource. Okay, and this contain post method. Same resource can contain multiple methods. Okay, and each method will help us to identify one API. So accessment get is retrieve question answer API, retrieve accessment detail API, post accessment is submit accessment report API.
Okay, got it.
Source is same, but method is different. Different method defines different API. Okay, and many places like people are terming this like resource is one API. But as per my understanding, this is not correct. But many places you will see people are using this accessment is a resource, and thus resource accessment is one API which contain get and post method. So let's discuss about post one. So header we completed, and then we have here body. Okay, so the structure of body is like this, which contain record accessment request. Okay, body it is okay. Here we need to define request body. Request we can start with a direct body. We don't need to write request body directly. It will be body. Okay, and this data type will be application JSON, and then we will have this type. Okay, so we can type is completely this request body will be also be on same level of response. Okay, then application JSON, and then type. Okay, so first type will be object. Then this will be properties. This response will also be completely different. So I will define it again. So let me delete this. Head and all will be same. So we will keep this. Okay, let's deal with first this request part. Body, application JSON, type object, properties. And what is first properties? This one. Then indentation one, mandatory Y, type object. Required true. Type object. Required true. Type object. Then user details. Okay, so for this we will have properties, and first property user details, which again required true and type object. Again we need to write properties. Okay, this is indentation 2. This will be object. And this has two child element, user ID and name. User ID. Add type string and then example. After user ID, we have name. Name should be small and name. So this will also be required. And then type string. Example. Okay. So properties user ID and name. Next we have, so this has indentation too. Okay, assessment detail. So what we will do, we will go one step back. So similar to user details, we have this assessment details. And then this has child element question. So type required okay, and type will be object. And then properties. And first property we have question. This question will have type required first. Required true. Type string. Example.
So I think assessment details is array, right? So
Sorry.
assessment details is array type, right?
Okay, 1 minute. Assessment details. Okay, it's array. Yes, correct. So type will be array. So here oops. Okay. And then we have answer. Answer of type. So there will be set of question answer. Yeah. Okay. So answer required true. String. Example. So this one is done. Okay, submission date time. We have one more element. And this will be on same level of assessment details. This will have required true. Here for in our case, everything is required true only. Since this particular API, what we don't have anything which should be false, but there will be many cases you will get required false also. Required true.
But Ravi, if you don't define required, so by default it will take as a true or?
Yeah, by default it's a true. Required true. Type. Example. Okay, so fine. Now on the same level, need to define example. Example. Okay, so we need to figure out where we have problem. So if you move your cursor, record assessment request dot user details should have required property name. Okay, name should be small. Okay. Everything is good. Okay. So request part is done. Anyone has any doubt on request part? So this is the data type and this is the example. We defined everything there. This is the data type. In data type, we have type object. Record assessment request is of type object again, or it's the array. Let me quickly check. It's object only. Fine. Object only. And then we have user details. We have assessment detail, which is array, which contain question and answer. And last we have submission date time. And this is the example. Let me know if anyone had any doubt. Just give me 1 minute. Meanwhile, you can verify. Let me know if you have any doubt.
Hello, Ravi. He is on mute, right?
Yeah, he said he will come back in some time.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. One person came to my home, so.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So we can start now. So far, like everyone clear with this, like what we define data type and this example for request part. Everyone clear with this? Okay, fine. Next, we will move for response. So for response, we have this application JSON, and then so what is type? Again, type will be object first. Properties. Everyone go on mute. Sitota, please go on mute. Manas.
Can you mute me? I can't. I don't know.
Okay, let me mute everyone. Okay, so this property record assessment response, and then what is the type and data type? So required type object, properties, event ID, event instance ID, required true, required true, type okay, this for this also max length, mean length should be there. Okay, I forgot to add, but this is similar to that one. So max length, mean length should be here. Length 36. Length 36. Example.
Hi, Ravi. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, is that the response will be that 200 or 201?
Okay, this one we are doing post. Yes, 201. Correct. So if we are creating new like new record and status is success, so it should be 201. So yeah, correct. Then status. status, then example. Oh, this level is not correct. Should be okay, this should be status string success. Okay, and then the on the same level, on the same level we need to define example. So it's saying should have required property record assessment response. Record assessment response. Is there any spelling mistake or anything?
Yes, record assessments on top, MNET is there, and here
Only this is due to this. This should be 36 character. Oh, sorry. What you are saying?
there is a mismatch. So record assessment, MNET it is there on the top.
Okay. Okay. So 200 is fine. Okay, so we are done with response also. 200 response also. Success body also. Header also. Everything is done. Okay, other 400 will be same. So we are not going to define it again. So I did copy paste from previous one. Let me know if anyone has any doubt. So we are done with this get and post method without following best practice. So this thing you should keep in mind.
Ravi,
Yes.
on the post method, like the status, I think that's the response. You said it's success.
Which one?
On 201.
Yes, this is success. Resource created.
Okay. All right.
If we create new resource and it's a successful, then it should be 201.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Now we will follow best practices. Okay. So step by step we will do. So first, let me stop this recording and let me start.